created Adam by saying to him, be. It's a challenge. And actually, there's a verse in the Quran where it says, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجُولًا. What does that mean? And the human being was ever hasty. Why? Because Adam, he asked Allah to finish him fast before the sunset. وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانَ عَجُولًا. I mean, what is that? What the heck? Read the interpretation. Adam, he asked Allah to finish him before the sunset. So where was be? And he was. I'm using to you this to prove that the Quran cannot be from God. Look what the Quran says. The Quran says, if this is a book made by other than Allah, which means the true God supposedly, you will find a lot of contradiction. Right? So your God, he gave us the base to find out how the Quran, if it's from Allah or not, if Allah is true God. Chapter 4, verse number 82, it says, how come they cannot consider the Quran? In the time of Muhammad, nobody considered it. It's a stupid book. And until now, it's a stupid book. Had it been from other than Allah, they would surely have found therein much contradiction, differences. Okay, this is one. Here we go. One verse saying Allah created Adam by making mud, fashioning the mud, then he breathed into the mud, and then even Adam, he said to him, please Allah finish me before the sunset, it's getting late. Another verse says Allah, he said to him, be, and he was. So which one? Which one? Any Muhammadan? No answer. Actually, let me show you something very funny. Look at this. And I'm going to use Google translation because it's in Arabic. For sure we cannot find this in English. So it's okay, no problem. This is islamweb.net, as you see, very well-known Islamic terrorist website. And this is the book of Al-Bidayah and Al-Nihaya of Ibn Kathir, brother. Page number 200, brother. Volume number 1, brother. Guys, read carefully. I will use Google translation in a second so we can read. According to Muhammad and Islam, this is how Allah created Adam. So let us see how he did. Because you know the pages are so long to read, so we want to like focus on the important. The Prophet said from Anas, لما خلق الله آدم تركه ما شاء أن يدعه فجعل إبليس يطيف به فلما رآه أجوف عرف أنه خلق لا يتمالك أو لا يتهالك. Sorry. Let us see if we can find this hadith in English. When Allah created Adam, he was empty from inside, like a statue. And then Shaitan, he started doing tawaf, like they do around the Kaaba. And this is in Sahih Muslim, as you see. So where is B? This is Adam now, is not created in full yet. He is just a clay. A clay which is empty from inside. Do you see it? People, do you see it? So how Allah created Adam, said to him, be, and he was. So even after he fashioned him, actually in different story it says he made mud, by making the angels walking over the mud for 40 years. For what? 40 years. Stepping over the mud for 40 years. So how you say to me, Allah, he says to him, be, and he was. This is Sahih, brother. I already gave you a reference. Okay, I'm giving you a reference too, and I gave you a reference from the Quran. This is a contradiction showing that Islam is a fraud. The Quran says if this is a book not from God, you will find contradiction in it. Thank you very much. How Allah created Adam? Read. Oh, I forgot you don't know how to read. I need to squeeze you. Does it say it took 40 years? Huh? And then after that, after he made the mud for 40 years, and let me show you the story of the 40 years too, so people will laugh. Actually, in the same page there, we can find it, you know, but you have to read the whole story there, you know, which is very boring. And Abu Hurairah, the father of the cats, he said, the Prophet, he said the following. Let us get this hadith in English. I hope we can find it in that website in English so we can laugh more. Are you ready for the disasters? One after one. How Allah created Adam. This is another story here, but this is for later. This is a different one. Okay. Look like we cannot find the same story in English here. However, let me translate for you. إن الله خلق آدم من تراب ثم جعله طينا. Allah, he created Adam first as a dust, and then he made it as mud, and then he left him until he became burned clay, haman masnunan. Allah, he made Adam as we made bricks. Does it say that? Yes. So Allah, he made the statues of Adam. First he made the mud, he made he brought the dust, and then he mixed it with water, then he fashioned him, and then he put him in the oven. And then he left him until he became صلصالا كالفخار. فكان إبليس يمر به فيقول لقد خلقت الأمر عظيم خلقت لأمر عظيم. Let me translate into English so people can laugh with me. That Allah, he created Adam from dust, brother. So let us read together. And remember, this is Google translation, is silly, right? But it's okay. So Allah, he created Adam from dust, and then he made it a clay, and then he left it, even if it was an old sludge created by God and its image, and left it like, I mean, translation here is like you know, funny. So he make it like a brick, you know. He made the mud. He made it obviously from red mud, the one you make a brick, and then he put it in the oven. And after that, here translation is very horrible. Actually, the English translation is destroyed all the sentence. But anyone who speaks Arabic, he knew what I was talking about. Where is Allah? He said to him, be, and he was. And what about the 40 years? And then Shaitan, he came around him, walking around him. Let us see the rest. Let us see. Let us search here. For how Allah, he left Adam as mud. We translate to English. And okay. Guys, read with me carefully. This is Ibn Kathir. He was a body of clay for 40 years. He was what? Adam was a body of a clay for 40 years. So when you say to me that Allah created Adam by saying be and he was, that is a lie. Muhammad, he said then.